the NBA Finals. They start tonight. Denver, the Nuggets hosting the Heat. It's game one. You know, this is the second time the finals have pitted a 1 seed against an 8 seed. The other time, 99, when San Antonio dispatched the 8-seeded Knicks in 5 games. The Nuggets, they reached the finals with a 4-game sweep of the Lakers, and this is Denver's first NBA Finals trip, their first time playing for a league title of any kind since the 76 ABA Finals, which they lost to the Nets. Heat, they survived that historic near comeback by the Celtics to win again in the East in 7 games. Miami, well, 7th time that they are seeking their 4th NBA title. Now, the Nuggets, heavy favorites to win game 1 and the series, according to Caesars Sportsbook. But the Heat are no strangers to being the underdog. 150-1 to win the NBA title entering the playoffs, which was the longest odds of any team to reach the NBA Finals since the ABA-NBA merger. Okay, so I guess the first question is, what are you guys excited to watch as the NBA Finals tips off tonight?
I'm excited to see if the Miami Heat will continue to do what they've been doing, which is crash the party. That's what they do. They walked into Milwaukee and they punched him right in the face and said, "Oh, Giannis, you think you're getting another ring? You guys think the number 1 seed is just going to walk right to the finals? You're out." They take them out because they drag them into a street fight. They dispatched the Knicks in 6 games in New York. They're celebrating on the streets thinking they're going to get to a conference finals. That ended quickly, 6 games. Then, of course, what they did to the Celtics was painful. They literally won 5 games in that series. Let's be honest. That game 6 serendipity only led to a game 7, where then they blew out the Celtics on their home court in a game 7. So now I want to see the Denver Nuggets. They are the star-driven team. They are much different. Miami's the counterculture. The Nuggets have stars. The Nuggets have had this run now. They were the top seed. They are a heavy favorite. Can they out-talent them? Yes. But can they beat them in a street fight? That's what I'm looking to see.
I think that's a great synopsis. But I would push back a little bit in that the Nuggets, while they have stars, this is their big dance. Like, this is their coming out party to the world. All we heard last series, even though they swept the Lakers, was Michael Malone come to the podium and say,
"What about us?
What about us?" Right? Like, all y'all are still talking about the Lakers. And so I think this is a really big moment for the Nuggets. When it comes to the Nuggets, I know that folks may not be as familiar with Nikola Jokic, but if you like some of the circus shot Steph gives you, there were so many moments in the Lakers series, but over the course of this playoff series for the Nuggets, that had you shaking your head at the type of shot-making ability that this guy has at 7 feet, right? And so I'm excited to see this Nuggets offense on a big stage. I am curious to see how well they play. I'm not worried about rust. Rust to me might be like a quarter, but I don't really buy that. I just want to see what this looks like now that they're finally on this stage, because this is a team that I would argue has been waiting for at least 2, if not 3 seasons to be healthy in the postseason, and they finally are.
Generally, when you get to the NBA Finals, there's something that really grabs America, and they say, "Man, I got to watch this because of that." What do you think in this NBA Finals? What is there that you think can happen in this series where America says, "Boy, I am locked in on this final"?
What Monica just said. Jokic gives you a performance for the ages. We forget that he averaged a 30-point triple-double in a playoff series. Like, let's keep that in mind. So when you love stats and you love that side of it, that piques your interest. Like, okay, like you just said, now you're on the big stage. Let's see what you're all about. Now everybody's watching. This isn't just the diehard basketball people like us. This is now all of America. This is, you know, Dolores and Artie in Idaho who are tuning in to see what's going on in the NBA Finals, and are they interested? And they're going to see this guy, and he is a magician. He is, I've said this many times, he is essentially, it's Bill Walton, it's Arvydas Sabonis, it's a lot of these different players all mixed into one. He's a great passer, he's a great scorer, he can make the trick shots. And I think he's so relatable, America, because he looks like so much of us.
Very relatable.
Very relatable. Again, that is a physique that I certainly can relate to.
The dad bod.
You act like you're not in shape. But anyway, this guy doesn't eat carbs. But anyway, I think as much as we talk about Artie and Dolores, to stick with your names, I also think this is an interesting opportunity for young folks playing ball and coaches, right? Like, we've all been a part of the discourse with guys that love the sport on whether or not that stuff isn't good for the game, but in terms of teaching the game to young people, right? Like, there's, to me, both sides, both teams in this series do some really good fundamental things in terms of their connectivity on defense, the way they run their offenses. Like, there are parts of their game that I could hear youth coaches being like, hey, did you see X, Y, and Z do this? Do that. Let's try this. And so I think this is a really great opportunity in terms of a finals for the league and for to continue to grow the
fundamental
fan base.
finals.
Yeah,
teach
wow.
about zone
Don't say
defense,
that.
teach about passing.
That doesn't sound great.
That's it.
It's not in this AAU.
I just sweet, man. Jay, listen, man. You know I respect you. I'm a Tar Heel, number one. And out of all people from Duke, you know I love you the most.
Why?
But listen, Jay, you always on point. So you break it down this game, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You break it down the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
You say they're going to sweep us, but look at the last 2 games we played in the regular season when we wouldn't play off Miami. We lost by 5 in their house where they had to come back in the last quarter. We lost by 6 in our hometown, you know, when we wasn't play off Miami. Now look at the role players. Murray played in that game. He got 14 points. He played 35 minutes. If you look at Jimmy, this was Jimmy y'all talk about, but Jimmy had 19, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. Martin, all our role players matched up even better than they role players. So I'm trying to figure out what the playoffs.
Big Mike.
Yeah,
What do Jokic have? What do Jokic have?
19, 12, and 12.
Oh, so he had a triple-double?
Yeah, both games.
Okay, I'm just, Mike, look, I'm going to come down there. I'm going to have Cuban cigars. I'm going to lay out, you know, and kick it and go to 11 and go to all these places with y'all. I love Miami. Trust me, I lived in Brickell for 2.5 years. I love Miami. I'm just trying to tell y'all what time it's about to be because you're telling me all these things about playoff Jimmy and playoff basketball. There's been a playoff Jamal Murray who has been playing at a very high level. And all I'm saying to you, Big Mike, is the amount of energy that's going to need to be exerted from Jimmy Butler to guard Jamal Murray and also to be guarded by Aaron Gordon. If y'all do it, I will be the first. I will get down on my knees and say, praise the Lord, Miami. All hail to Miami. All hail to Miami. I'll give you all the love in the world. I'll talk about Miami for the next 5 days after y'all win the championship, even when we're not even talking about basketball again. I'll do whatever y'all want. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it's going to happen.
I don't want to cut you off, Jay, but I've been waiting 3 months to get on this line. And I just want to let everybody know. Everybody act like we haven't been here before. This is not the same. This is the same team that has star players with just a couple of different role players. But let me ask y'all something. Have you heard the interview with Kerry Champion and UD Haslam? Because UD breaks down what this Heat culture is. And when y'all look at 30 years from now about this Heat team, you'll see the same resemblance of the Chicago Bulls. That locker room is so serious, and everybody is so serious. It's like a boot camp. And I'm just saying, we only been here 3 out of the last 4 years. And by the way, we beat Giannis when he was Giannis, when we went to the bubble. We beat Giannis, okay? And we beat him twice. I know he was hurt, but so was we. We hurt now. There's no excuses about injuries. We're not going to make this about injuries. What we're going to make this about is who wants it the most, who's coached well. And this team right here reminds me of Jimmy V, the North Carolina State team that got over the hump when they beat Virginia, and then they had to turn around. Nobody gave them a chance against the Five Slammer Jammer. But Jimmy V is the same type of culture I feel Pat Riley
let's just fade Big Mike out at the end of the album.
They know how to motivate their players.
He's good. There you go. Big Mike. There he is.
Man, y'all doing Big Mike dirty, man.
No, Big Mike made his points. It's time we listen. Man. We have some things we got to do. He wasn't going to stop. Miami Heat fans, Jay's picking you to get swept. 888 say ESPN. What's the excitement like